Hi, good morning. I'm Tom Conkle with Optic Cyber Solutions. Optic is a registered practitioner organization, or an RPO, with the CMMC ecosystem. So today I'm joined by Kelly Hood. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Another cybersecurity engineer at Optic that has helped organizations prepare for CMMC. So we wanted to continue our series on the Maturity Level 1 practices and today discuss the Control Public Information practice. This practice specifically is about the control of information posted or processed on publicly accessible information systems. So Kelly, as we get started, what does that mean?
That's a great question. And really, this practice is all about making sure that we're only sharing things publicly that we should be. So, it sounds very simple in concept, but it really means understanding what type of data we have and the sensitivity of that data, whether it's FCI or CUI or publicly available information, what goes onto the internet and what doesn't.
Excellent. So as you work with organizations to help them implement this, what are some of the approaches or things that they should consider to make sure that they're going to meet the CMMC standards?
Right. Really, this is down to a lot of reviews and making sure that whether you're a large organization or a small company or small business, that you have the right people looking at what you're posting. If it's marketing material or announcement of a new contract or something like that, that somebody's looked at whatever you're about to share and said, are we allowed to share this? Sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and we get excited because maybe we have a new contract, but sometimes those contracts are actually FCI, and that could cause an issue. So for the larger companies, a lot of times you'll see there's like a pre-pub, a committee or somebody that you need to go through and have them review the data to make sure there's nothing sensitive in it. And a smaller company, it might just be that the web administrator, the website administrator, or the business owner is going through and saying, is there anything sensitive here? Am I allowed to post this publicly? So it's really making sure to have that second step, that you're thinking before you're sharing.
Excellent. So helping the organizations understand, who's going to do that review, who has the authority to make sure that it's allowed to be posted, and then before it's released. Because you're right, a lot of times, especially with some of these DoD projects and awards, right, we get pretty excited about that. We spend a lot of time working on the proposals, and it comes out, and we want to tell the world that we just won this, but we need to check and make sure that before maybe we print that banner that we're going to hang across the street, or before we even update the kiosk in our lobby to announce the award, that we make sure that information can be shared.
Right. Yeah. Whether it's the contract data or even specifics of a project, everybody wants to be helpful and work together and share lessons learned. But sometimes that can be tricky, the way you're speaking at a conference, or we talked about, your marketing material on your website or social media. There's a lot of different ways that we communicate these days, and we just need to make sure that somebody's taking a look at that. And I think you made a really good point with the authority. I think that's a key point as well, that it's not just anybody that's taking a look and saying, you're good to go, but that the right person has looked, that has the authority to make that decision, and then gives the approval as needed.
Excellent. Well, with that, thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you sharing your experience with us today on that practice. And as always, if you have questions on this or any of the other CMMC practices, or how to implement them, feel free to reach out. Thank you. Thanks for joining me today as we walk through the CMMC Maturity Level 1 practices. As always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or you'd like assistance in implementing the CMMC practices. We'd love to help you in your CMMC journey. So feel free to reach at info@opticcyber.com, and thanks for watching.